Hello, plant community. Thanks for tuning into Full of Foliage. Pam's here creating a safe space, showing lots of grace, sharing a lot of plant care, plant hauls, planty crafts, and the occasional shopping trips. Join me so that we can become planty friends, have fun, and possibly learn and grow. Hey guys, in today's video, I will be sharing with you some of my most treasured, easygoing, no pests, hassle-free plants that I've had in 2025. If this seems like something that you're interested in, please show support by giving big thumbs up, double checking for me to make sure that you're subscribed, and share this video to someone you feel that can benefit from it. So I'm super excited. This may be a long one. Let's dive right in. Okay guys, so I am picking 25 plants out of my entire collection that I feel has provided me with joy, that I've had no issues with this entire year. And I just thought it'd be so befitting to get 25 for 2025. And yeah, I was going to initially try to rank it, but insane. I'm not doing it. It's too many. I'm using different genuses and things like that. And to try to break it down and keep track of that is just mind-boggling. So I'm just going to show you the multiple different plants that just provided me with joy by giving me a hassle-free way of living and maintaining my jungle environment. This being the first one that I'm showing you, and this is my beautiful lemon lime philodendron, you guys, and she is in my bedroom. As you can see how close she is by the window, and she has given me plenty of trails. At best, if anything I had to worry about is just removing dead leaves, just from me maybe not watering her on time. Now, fully disclosure, every plant that I mentioned in this video is easygoing. If I had any issues with it, it was solely on my end and really not on there. So please be mindful of that as we go around. But isn't she beautiful, you guys? She's hanging, as you can see. I couldn't take her down, and I didn't want to even disturb her beautifulness right here. But it's just so beautiful, and I love her so much. Okay, guys, this right here is another plant that's in my bedroom. As you can see how she's growing so wild. I just could not untangle her, and plus she's beside this Hoya that's just wild as well. But this is my Cebu Blue pothos, you guys. I just love the way that she is trailing. She actually goes on and on and on. And I love her so much. Again, she's in my bedroom. As you can see how close she is by the window. I have her in this self-watering pot, which, by the way, I definitely need to repot her because she has so many roots coming out of the reservoir and is actually wrapped around in the bottom of the reservoir. So that may be a challenge. I've been prolonging it because it's something that I just don't want to do, honestly. But I will probably have no choice but to repot her coming next year. So we'll see. Okay, so plant number 23, and by no means am I keeping track of the counting. That is also just too challenging for me to try to keep up with and remember. So I may just go ahead and put the name of each plant on the screen as we go along. But I just remember, since this is earlier on, plant number 23. I could not do this video without showing you guys my jade Scindapsus. Y'all know how much I love this plant. And let's see. And you can see how tall she is. She is on the floor, and I have her just literally growing up. But take a look and see how beautiful she is. She gives me no problems. She's in this low light situation, and yet she still manages to continue to grow and thrive. She's constantly putting out leaves. She's become tall to the point where I had wrapped her again to go down, and I highly recommend this plant if you do not have her in your collection. I'm just going to keep her growing just like this tree. Her leaves are slightly curled, but I did give her a drink probably yesterday evening, so I just have to give her some time and she'll perk right back up. Okay, I'm not sure if I made a mention of this to you guys, but the plants that I'm showing you today have been in my collection at least a year and more. I didn't want to showcase any plants that I've brought this year because I feel like it's not enough time for me to actually say, okay, they've been easy going. They really haven't given me any issues. I can say for the most part, these are some of my OG plants that have literally not given me a problem at all this year. And one of them being this beautiful pink, non-pink princess, you guys. She's not on the floor. I just have her sitting on the seat. As you can see here, I'm doing an air layering situation because come next growing season, if she has ample roots, I'm chopping her right here and putting her down in the pot because she lost a lot of the lower leaves over the years, which is fine. And I just really love the dark color leaves, those burgundy backs. Again, she's not so pink of a princess, but her leaves are so beautiful to me, just being that dark, rich green, till she is very rewarding to grow. She is planted in this bag, which is a miracle, honestly, you guys, because y'all know how I am about not being able to keep these things moist. One of the challenges that I think I'm going to have, or goals I'm going to have for next year, is just really trying to push myself to make sure I keep the small moss poles that I do have hydrated. It's growing this leaf, but I think this is coming in a non-growing season, so it may not be as big as the last leaf, but I don't know. We will see. This next plant, you guys, she's heavy and she's top heavy, so I'm holding her actually by the stem so I can show you. But this is my ficus ruby. Oh, dang, she heavy. She is, this girl. And y'all see? Look at that. I've had her for a few years now, and I just like, since it's two plants, because I brought them at two separate times and potted them up together. I did not really want to split them. I could pinch it so they branches off, but right now I just like having them both growing together side by side. I just think it gives it such a vibe, this beautiful color. This is one of the plants that I also put out in the growing season outside. She loves it. Bring her back in. She doesn't give me any problems at all. Simply amazing. I just love her. I don't know why I feel like getting the big plants out of the way, because they're really a chore or a challenge bringing them in here. For the most part, I want to say, yeah, a lot of them are grown indoors. Inside my home, I'll try to specify the ones that's actually inside my house. So far, every one except for the pink, not so pink princess is being grown inside. The pink, not so pink princess is actually in the sunroom. My next one, y'all haven't seen her for quite some time, you guys. So I'm definitely giving you an update with her. This is my Gloriosum. If y'all remember the struggles I did have, and then you also remember the good things that I did have when she gave me those big leaves. Those leaves thus has died off about a year or so ago, and that is part of the progression of plants. They will die off, but she has not missed a beat, you guys. She is so wild. Look at the beautiful leaves right here, and she is still growing. And take a look, she's literally at the end of this trough, and I don't know what to do, but you see that leaf that's about to unfurl. And she also has another one, and I hope the lighting is as good as it's going to be. This leaf as well. So she is living her life, and she is loving it. That might be a thumbnail. I don't know. I'll see. Okay, so I'm actually doing it in here, you guys, because, you know, it's rare that I even come in here. But my husband is not home at the time, which gives a good time for me to actually go ahead and show you guys these plants. And I'm trying, like I said, I'm working with the light in here. Let's see. I'm going to show you this next big monstrous philodendron. She is also grown inside. This is my philodendron Saint Martinis, you guys. Look at, would you look at that? I think that's the latest leaf that she has grown. Let me back up without bumping into anything so y'all can see the perspective. Isn't she beautiful? And she has all these crazy roots growing out. Just a cocoa core, just to give her support. It's really not for her to grow into it. But by me putting her outside, during the growing season, her roots just gravitates to the pole. And I mean, she is in there, and I'm going to have to add another pole pretty soon. But I love this plant. She's grown in here, over here. Now, I have a pothos that I wanted to show you guys, and I'm showing y'all standing up so you can see comparison, I guess. This is my beautiful golden Hawaiian pothos, you guys. Let me bring her up close so you can see the variegation in her. It's just simply beautiful, but I also want to take a step back and show you. I'm holding her up here and her vine is on the floor, you guys. There's 2 vines in the pot. She hangs on the side of my refrigerator where she's like right across from the window that's in my refrigerator, and she gets all this beautiful light. I will chop her and propagate her though, because I want to make the top part full. I'll probably cut her next year, or maybe I'll cut her sometime soon, which is another reason why I wanted to add her into the video so that you guys can see her before I do chop her up. Now, of course, I know you guys probably like, where are the Hoyas? The Hoyas are coming, and we have one right here, actually. My Hoya Hindu rope, she does not skip a beat, you guys. I love this plant so much. I love this plant. Sorry for the light, you guys. I'm doing the best I can. And I'm dark, so I just blend in. I do apologize. But check it out, you guys. This rope. Let me see if I can back up. This is my Hindu rope. She has this one vine that's just really long. She's up at the top of the ceiling, you guys. And the rest of them are short. So would y'all cut this vine propagator? The only thing about it is she don't have any space in this pot. So I've been debating on whether or not to chop her. Y'all let me know. What would you do in this situation? Now I think we're going to have a sit down so that way you can get a close up and the lighting situation. Let's see. I do have one more plant that I want to show y'all, and I have to probably show her on a, give me a sec. This plant here, you guys, oh man, she's grown in my sunroom. And this is my Monstera Adansonii. She is in this beautiful basket. I love this plant so much. She gives me no issues at all. 0 issues. She gives me 0 issues. She's very easy to grow. Her roots are, although you can't see, amazingly the roots are in the spag, which again, like I said, I've been having challenges actually keeping it moist, something that I'm going to work on next year, as I mentioned earlier. But magically, her leaves somewhat has kind of started to size up a bit. But I noticed that the latest leaf here went back too small, which I really don't mind, you guys. I wasn't trying to get maturity on here. I just love the way that it's hanging and how it's covered. And yeah, so my goal is I'm just going to get her up to the top of this moss pole and call it quits. She will fit my aesthetic as far as what I'm looking for with these plants. Okay, the next plant, you guys, I have to show you her. This is my Platinum Mist Peace Lily. She is a joy to grow, you guys. She really is. She's given me zero problems. She's bloomed a few times in her life cycle, and she doesn't require a lot. And magically, I'm able to grow her in this terracotta pot that has shown some form of patina a little bit. But she's thirsty. So as long as I make sure that she stays hydrated, she is fine. She will do the dramatic droop, but I usually give her water and she bounces right back. Again, this plant sits on my desk in my bedroom, and she is loving life, soulful, and magically it's just 3 plants in the pot that's really just taken off. She's like one of my favorite easygoing specimens. If you don't have a peace lily, you guys, I recommend you going to get it. Now this Hoya, this is my Hoya obovata, you guys. I love this plant. I've had her for at least 3 years. She's not growing that wild or that fast, but I don't mind, honestly. She has been pushing out beautiful splashes all of a sudden, as you see with this leaf here and then this leaf. This one started, but it's also, I've noticed that she did a color change as far as giving me some kind of dark leaves. I think below, as you can see, the leaves are a little bit lighter in color, and then she'll have this little splash of dark color leaves, and then she's doing it up at the top, which is crazy because I did not change her lighting situation. I do love this plant. Like, she's so rewarding to grow. I love these beautiful, perfectly round, succulent like leaves. It's just, oh, she's just such a dream. And I recommend her. I haven't had any issues with her at all, like mealies, none of that. And she is just growing so well. I'm going to show you this plant. I had to put her on the list because I do love her so much, and you may have already recently seen her somewhere along the line, but showing her again, guys, she made it on the list. And that's my Anthurium clarinervium, you guys. I love this plant. She's definitely one that has not given me any issues at all this year. She's happy and loving life. She got the root coming out of the pot. She has this little plant. Well, the leaf is growing. Such a beautiful plant. She has very minimal crispy edges, which I adore. And I really do like the fact that she has this beautiful veination going on. She's a very beautiful plant. She's a giving plant. I just water her when the inch of the soil becomes dry. The key is to maintain the watering part for her, but I really do love the fact that she is doing very well. She's definitely a S-tier plant in my personal opinion. I do have another Hoya that I did want to spotlight, you guys, and it is, and y'all are going to be surprised. The clarinervium, you guys, is also being grown in my sunroom, and this plant that I'm about to show you is also being grown in the sunroom as well. This is the Hoya husqueliana yellow flower, you guys, and she's been blooming as well. Now her flowers, they're not extremely showy. They barely open up, but with a cat eye, you know, you can actually see them opening up. And I just really love the round richness of the green colored leaves. She's such a beautiful plant. And honestly, I gotta tell you guys, I am actually like, I'm liking this plant a little bit more than the variegated Husqvarna, if you can believe that. Isn't that crazy? Like, like, wow, amazing, super amazing. The next plant, you guys, is also a Hoya as well. This is my Hoya Crimson Queen. Yep, Crimson Queen. She blooms for me profusely. She grows outside on my Hoya wall every growing season. She has these beautiful, subtle specks of green. Now, you see this green right here? This is the green that I'm really wishing the entire plant was. She was not like this when I got her. She was not like this, that leaf color when I got her. She was like this. And I was wondering if maybe pulling her away from the light, I just learned to accept her for what it is. And magically, she's giving me like subtle dark leaves. And I kind of like the look of this, honestly. And she giving new growth here. I love how they come in. And she kicked out this new vine. But again, she's always bloomed for me. Hence where you see like, see that this long stem of the multiple times that she's actually bloomed. She's still full at the top. I've had her for at least 4 years. I love this plant tremendously. She is such a great, easy plant to add to your collection. Okay, guys, as luck would happen to have it, my hubby came home, which was right on time because magically there's finally sun coming out today and it's in the sunroom. So we're going to finish it up in here. This plant, you guys, I don't talk about her at all on this channel. That is my Monstera Peru. I may have shared with you her maybe once or twice on my channel, but I have not really talked that much about her. I mean, what more can I say? She is a beautiful plant. If you really want something with those dark green leaves and that reptilian look, plus the texture of this leaf is just so beautiful. I highly recommend this plant. She used to be so sought after. It's so funny how we just go up and down roller coaster like with these plants. And I just think that's kind of crazy, you know. I mean, are we really, it makes me wonder sometimes, you know, are we really loving the plants for the plants, or are we loving the plants for the trend or the what's in for that moment in time? I don't know. I don't know. It could be a balance of both. It's just astonishing to me. But anyway, look at this. I've had her for a few years now, and I've tried to propagate her a couple of times. She is extremely hard to root, in my experience as far as propagation. I haven't tried doing, I think I tried spag one time, and I probably could go back to that just to test that theory out. I don't know, didn't seem like she liked it. I was only able to root her successfully in water, but it takes an extremely long time for some reason to get her going. But I love this plant. She sits inside my kitchen. She's on the windowsill. She was in my dining room, but I did some swapping around and I decided to move her at a windowsill. I feel she deserved the space. And where I had her at, she was like out of sight, out of mind type of thing. And so she was trying to decline because I wasn't giving her the things that she needed. So once I did, she, of course, popped back up, and I love having her. She is really a joy to grow. Another joy to grow, I can't remember which prayer plant family. She may be a Sinanthe Amarys, I want to say. And I got her in this beautiful, cute little pot. It's just a cash pull for her. She wasn't a self-watering pot, you guys. I upgraded her to just a regular pot now because she was just drying out tremendously. And she was, in fact, root bound. But look how packed she is, you guys. She is so beautiful. And with those beautiful backs, oh man, she checks off all the boxes. And she's been one of the easiest to grow, in my personal opinion, you guys. And I've brought some I brought some this year, and they're no longer with me. That's how quickly they died off because the care for them was just too hard for me to try to grasp in time to actually keep them alive. But for her, she is not skipping a beat. Now she will do the crispiness of the leaves, you guys, like what you see right here. And that's because I neglected to water her on time, which is fine as long as you catch it before it spreads, because she will get a lot of crispiness of the leaves, and then before you know it, she'll be bald. But so far, I've been able to maintain her fullness. It's so many plants in this pot, you know, it's just amazing. But I love this plant. I really would not. I wouldn't get rid of this plant. This is definitely, if you wanted something for a small space and it has maybe ambient lighting, this may be the plant for you, because she's getting artificial lighting and she's being grown not in here. Honestly, I feel like the environment in here is too intense for this plant. I would not put her in here, or I wouldn't be able to keep up with her watering regimen. So she is being grown inside in my dining room. Now, this prayer plant is being grown inside of here, and she loves it, and she's not missing a beat. The key is, of course, that watering aspect is a huge factor when it comes to these marantas, I gotta tell you. But it is this beautiful lemon lime maranta that I have. I've had her in my collection at least 3 years. I've been having issues with, not this year, but, you know, just watering her and her leaves will crisp up. And I do prune her quite a bit, I gotta say, because I really like her being compact and small like this. I just really do. They push out these beautiful, insignificant, light white flowers that add such an elegance to it. You know, she seems to have not so many crispy edges, you know, so my watering is okay. She pushes out a lot of new growth. She got a couple of new growth points right here. See one here. There's one here. I feel like it was another one. And there's one here. So she is constantly pushing out new growth. I did, before I did this video, I did cut away some crispy leaves that was at the bottom. Again, like I said, if you don't stay on top of the watering. And sometimes, like I said, it can be intense in here. And I find myself watering her a little bit more often than I do my other ones that's growing inside my home, of course, because all this beautiful sun. But she's sitting on a lower shelf in here, so she's not like bright up in the window. And I feel like that's the sweet spot for her. I just love it. She's just, look at that, guys. She's a beautiful plant, man. She really is. Now we got through some light colors. Let's do a little bit of dark. A little bit of dark. Y'all already know I'm going for this is my Alice Faye begonia, you guys. Oh, man. I mean, either angle you look at this plant, you know, it's beautiful. You know, we put our plants near the window and they gravitate towards the light, so you'll see where they are like a little less wowing on one side and they're more full on another side. With this plant, one of the things that's so beautiful about it is the versatility of it. Doesn't really matter which way you're looking at her. You could have her, she could be facing this way to the window, but you still have all this beautiful maroon, dark blood red. Oh, it's just so gorgeous. And then that center of the electrifying green. I am just in love with this plant. Again, this was one when I was trying to find a beefsteak. Still not able to find it, but you know, I actually stopped hunting once I came across her. And she is just good. I tell you, I love it. I love this plant, how she grows in. You have to be mindful of the watering with her as well. And especially if she's growing in here, literally behind you guys on a shelf. So she's right up against the window. Initially, I had her growing on this thing right here. And she outgrew the space. She was getting a little bit too top bushy, so I had to move her. And she adapted well to that, and it's not burning her leaves, not too intense. So I just, guys, she gives me 0 issues, if you can believe that. Now let's jump from that beautiful color to something a little fun and whimsical, if we may. I had to pull her out just so y'all can get the full effect of it. My beautiful mistletoe cactus or ripsalis variety, you guys. Oh man, this is like the perfect plant to have around the holiday season. You could really have this plant on a mantle because of these fuzzy white edges. Almost look like as if snow fell on them. She's such a beautiful plant. I've had her for I think at least 3 years now. She was in, I don't even think, I may have upsized her once to like, this is like a 5-inch. She was in like a 3-inch planter when I brought her, you guys. But she is so beautiful. I think it goes well with this egg-shaped planter. But I really love, you talking about, okay, look at that. Jungle vibes. She doesn't give me any issues, watering issues, pest issues, zero issues at all. Even, you know, I be having some challenges with some of my other ripsalises, but not this one. When I realized that she really wanted light, because I started growing her in my bedroom and it just wasn't enough light for her. And so she was starting to lose a lot of her leaves, you guys, like up in the top was falling out. I wanted this plant so bad, and believe it or not, I wasn't able to find this plant so readily available at the time. I don't even know if it's readily available now, honestly. But I had, when I realized she was losing so much leaves, that's when I brought her in here. And I would never take her out of the sunroom at this point because she just grows and thrives and loves it. And she's hanging in a macrame hanger where she's in between the planks that's dividing the window. So I feel like she's getting that bright indirect light, nothing too intense where it's really going to burn her or anything like that. But she is really loving it. It's truly the sweet spot. If you don't have this plant, I highly recommend you getting this plant in your collection. Man, it just really checks off the box. This thing is a showstopper, a conversation piece. I can go on and on about this plant. I love her so much. And you would think she would have been my #1 if I was ranking it. And she possibly could have been, honestly, if I was. Okay, now I'm going to jump. Oh, I'm going to do something different. This plant I've had for years, and she's stuck out with me. It's an aglaonema, and, you know, I've had challenges with aglaonemas, but this one is just true to the heart, and I've gotten her from, I think, man, and I haven't shopped at that place in a long time, so I know this is one of my OG plants. It Hurts. Y'all remember Hurts? They're still around. I have not, you know what, I need to check out their website, Hurts Garden. I ordered this plant online years ago. I haven't been on their website in eons. Do y'all go there? Y'all need to check that out. I think it's Hurts. I'm not making it. I hope I'm not pronouncing that name wrong, but anywho, it is is it Golden Madonna or just Madonna? I don't know. But this is her, you guys, and she's just a one leafer. I couldn't believe one leafer, you guys. I've had just one. She was highly sought after years ago when I brought this plant, and I could not find her. I was able to come across her in like a 4-inch plant or whatever, and it was just this one stem, you know, and I said, you know, and at the time I was still struggling with aglaonemas, but I wanted this plant so bad. I said, you know what, I gotta try my hand in this race, boy. And, you know, and I'm glad I did because she is just a beautiful specimen. I mean, like, look at it. And these white stems, even though she's lost some leaves along the way, which is fine. I don't really mind that, but she does pump out new growth pretty much quite often. And I don't care if she has this stem, you guys. Honestly, I'm too afraid to even chop her and try to propagate her. I do not think that that would be successful for me with aglaonemas. And one of the things that I am learning is if it's not broke, do not fix it. But she's given me a surprise, you guys. It must be some kind of offshoot or something in the pot. I couldn't believe it. You see this right here? Now, I don't know, do they do that over time? But again, I've had this plant I brought this plant in 2021 for certain. I do know that. And she's just been like this for a long time. So I don't know, do it take 4 years for them to shoot out a whole nother shoot? I don't know, but I'm really excited to see this. And I was like, oh wow. So maybe I'll be able to get a full one, because I have yet to see this plant or any really different forms of aglaonemas, honestly, in the big box shops, at least not around here. Guys, when I tell you I do the majority of my plant shopping online, it's not because I want to. It's almost like because I have to in order to find different unique plants. It's just not, you know, I don't know, these big box stores. That's all I can say. But wow, amazing. Okay, now we went from a light and we're going to jump back to another dark, because I'm getting down to the wire of almost my last two. But guys, okay, you may have seen, you definitely seen me transition with her. And I still have her, you guys. She's still alive. And you probably would think that she had died because I stopped talking about it. It was a period where I was talking about her a whole lot on this channel. And then I fall back a little bit. I don't know. But probably because I felt like I was saturating y'all, talking y'all to death. But this is the Syngonium Cardi Road, you guys. This is the same plant, you guys. I grew her in so many different ways. She was actually on like a plank or like she was on a sphagnum moss pole, and she was growing tall nicely, and then she started losing a lot of the lower leaves, and so it caused me to chop her and propagate her, and I kind of like restarted her, and now I love, look at the title on there. And she is definitely true to the title on this planter. I just really love this plant. Such a beautiful different shape. Those dark colors with that bright back of maroon. You just cannot get enough of this plant. She is definitely a showstopper. I haven't had any issues with her. You just got to maintain the watering with her, which is why she is in this glazed pot to help hold the moisture a little bit longer, is what I've learned for this plant to like. And honestly, you guys, I love this bushiness about her. If all I had to do is just cut her, if she grows like wildly again like she used to, I would just constantly propagate her and just get her to be even more bushier and fuller than what she is. I don't think I really am a fan of once they really start getting leggy. The leggy look, it just start looking a little wild to me. But I really am loving this part. It's just, yeah, beautiful. Okay. This plant I've had in my collection for at least 2 years now. And I'm so glad I got this plant. I knew when I saw this plant, and I got her off of, was it Gabriella plant? I did. And I knew when I saw her, but I actually saw her somewhere else that intrigued me. Was not able to find it locally. Was on the hunt online, and I was able to come across her at a reasonable price at the time. And that's my Euphorbia millii. This is they call it the pink Cadillac, you guys, for obvious reasons. Guys, this plant just takes my breath away, especially in the non-growing season when you see, pulling the dead leaf off, when you see like stuff just dying in the winter and you see these beautiful blooms, boy, I'm telling you, it just gives you so much hope. But this plant is just so unique and cool in its own right, you guys. The stem alone is I love that cacti-like stem that euphorbias have. This one is a little bit more prickly, in my opinion, from the other euphorbias that I may own in my collection, such as the Amac or even the African milk tree. I don't know, but it's a little deadly, but it's deadly with beauty, and I really love the color of these leaves. Oh my goodness, you guys, look at that, elongated leaves. And the fact that, I mean, she is just blooming like wildfire, you guys. Like, wow, man. And she's being grown inside here. in my sunroom as well. I am noticing, because she's being grown in here, that I do have to water her quite frequently. She does do a droop. What I've noticed, her leaves to do a dramatic droop. I give her some water and she comes back up. I kind of like wait until she does that, because I try to be very careful with euphorbias. It is a succulent, you know, and you don't want to overwater them. They can be prone to root rot if you choose to do so. But so far, our working relationship with the watering has tended to do well. I do not think she would survive if I took her outside of the sunroom, though, because she's literally up against the window. And I don't think I would be able to accommodate that. Accommodate that inside my home. She would have to be blasted, I think, with a whole lot of light. But guys, if y'all don't have this plant, y'all should get this plant. Man, this plant is gorgeous. Okay, guys, I am down to my last two. And I'm trying to, and even though I said I was not ranking them, which I'm not, but, you know, I always felt like I wanted to pay homage to the #1 plant. So these two I purposely left last because they are just doing it all for me. And let me go to with #2. And this is my Alocasia dragon scale, you guys. Okay, I had to step out for a second. Okay, so where were we? This Alocasia dragon scale, you guys. Oh. She's only 2 plants in the pot, but the leaves, you guys, is gorgeous. She may have corms in here. I really don't know. I'm not hunting for corms. I need to give her some water. Sometimes what I do is, right now, she doesn't have any water in the reservoir. Self-watering pot. She's in soil. She's not in any I guess I don't know if this is considered semi-hydroponics, but anyway, I'm not going for hunting for soil. For corms, I mean, it's dried out right here, and I let it stay dry maybe a day or two, and then I usually recap her back just so that she won't be waterlogged. Because one of the things that I've learned with her is when I try to fill it up as soon as it empties in fear of her being without water, she will retain water in her leaves and then it will start getting mushy. So this is just my proper way of just maintaining her watering regimen. Now she only has, what's this, 2, 4, 7 leaves, you guys, but these 7 leaves make a dramatic impact. It is just, oh man, so beautiful, you guys. And she's growing in my home. She did not do well growing in here. The heat and warmth and light must have been just too much for her, and also with me keeping up the water regimen, it just made her dry out even more and more and more. And so I moved her. And I find her to be very easy to grow, in my opinion, and also in my conditions, versus the Alocasia Black Velvet that I have, as well as the Alocasia Silver Dragon that I do have. The Silver Dragon right now, I am still struggling with her. I struggled with this Silver Dragon in the past, and I think she had died. She died, or I killed it. I had brought, did I buy that plant at the same time? No, I did not buy that plant at the same time, but I did buy it previously before, and it did not do well in my care. So I brought another one this year, and I am still having some form of a struggle with her somewhat. She was doing great for a while, and now she's like taking a dive. I don't know if it's because they do what they do best as far as going dormant, and that could very well be. It's just that I think I take this one for granted because she doesn't go dormant. At least I hope, please don't go dormant on me. She has never gone dormant on me since I've had her, and I've had her for 3 years. Now, I brought her and the Black Velvet at the same time, and if y'all saw what the Black Velvet looked like, you would probably could not even believe that I did buy them at the same time. I'm like struggling. She's just doing that whole 1-2 leaf type of situation. I mean, she's fine, you know. It's just that she did not explode in growth like this. So for me, in my caring conditions, I would definitely say that this is the hardier plant, the plant to go to, and that's why she's at number 2. She probably should have been number 1, but you know, I just don't know. I think I did a ranking one time before, and I think she was my number 1 a year or so ago. So I don't know. Now this plant right here, you know, it's just my beloved plant. You know, just a proud plant parent moment just to be able to even grow her. And when I got her at a very reasonable price, I think, in my personal opinion, at the time when the plant was being sold for arms, legs, and pints of blood, I did not have to sell my soul to get this plant. And it's just this Monstera elbow. She is heavy, you guys. She's like my number 1 plant for 2025. She just is, because, guys, I can't even. She's not. I need to probably. I can't even do it. Maybe bring the petioles forward. I'm not even mad about this leaf right here. I think these leaves are beautiful, honestly. I really do. I think it adds a certain splash. It's like a dimple in the plant compared to all this other variegation that you see. I still have the 2 leaves, which is amazing. These were the 2 leaves that I brought. It was a 2-leaf cutting that I brought, and these are still here. They haven't died off yet, which is amazing. And yeah, I was able to form roots with this plant and get her to grow. I did have to chop her earlier in the year because she was getting too much light, because she was giving me all white leaves, and so I cut her back. She hasn't grown any shoots. But again, we are in the non-growing season. I love this plant so much, and I have a lot of respect for this plant as far as growth-wise, because honestly, I have my Thai, and, you know, I brought my Thai as a baby, and she has grown up. I'm looking at her right now. She probably knows I'm talking about her, because I'm really disappointed in her. I hate to say that, and you know, maybe I should be disappointed in my growing habits with her, but I don't know. She's growing so effing slow. And then I brought another one, and I thought maybe I would get a different growth pattern, because this one, it was a 2-3 leafer, but no, 4 leaves on the plant, and the fenestrations was there. I was like, oh, well, maybe I'll get more growth out of it. She's only grown 1 leaf since I've had her as well. She's just a super slow grower. This one, she grows pretty. I think she grows fast. It took her a long time for her to actually grow. And I accepted that challenge because she did not have any roots, right? So once the roots got established, I was super excited when this leaf was the first leaf that she gave me. Now, although it's not big like these leaves, but beggars can't be choosy. And I split this leaf too, you guys. Look at that. I had snapped it months ago, and I was so upset. I'm not cutting this leaf. It would definitely have to die off. And then she started kind of sizing up a little bit. And this leaf right here, you guys, let me put her down some. She's going up to the light. So she's looking kind of funky. You know, the plant looks kind of funky. If you look at it this way, it's not like here. But you know what, though? Maybe I can use some twine to kind of like, you think, bring the plant together. And maybe I will do that. I just don't want to, I don't know. I don't want to risk breaking a stem or something. So maybe I can try to tie them together, and it'll probably look a little bit better. But this is my love, you know, my top S tier plant. I'm so glad I have her in a collection, and I think the price for her is coming down too. I believe I've been seeing some pretty amazing prices for almost a whole plant, which is great, you know, for the plant community, for those that want to get beautiful, exotic looking plants, but don't want to pay that price tag, which I really can't blame you. If I can come across affordable plants, yeah, that's the goal. But anyway, this is pretty much it, you guys. Tell me what you think about my selection. Would you rank any of them as some of your easiest care plants? What are your easiest care plants for 2025? Is it 25 of them like me? I just did 25 for the year. Honestly, I had more. Picking the ones that I did was a challenge. I'm not even gonna lie. But it was fun doing it. It just would have gave myself a brain aneurysm if I even tried to rank it. But I knew for a fact that my Alocasia dragon scale had to be number 2, and I knew that this Monstera elbow had to be number 1. And everything else in between was just, you know, so grateful to even have in my collection, and that they were doing well under my care and thriving and not giving me any problems. So these plants, if nothing else, has really stamp marked that joy that one has with growing plants. Yeah, so that ends this video, you guys. Keep in mind, if you love foliage as much as I do and you love listening to planting things, definitely subscribe to this channel. Double check to make sure you have subscribed, and keep pushing thumbs up, up, and up. It's been helping my channel. Thank you all for everyone that's been supporting me. Enjoy your day wherever you are in the world, and until next time, guys, much love. Bye.